Hello, my name is Mark, and today I want to go over the top 3 reasons why I want to be an electrician. Let's begin. Reason number 1, I want a career that can't be replaced by a computer. Or in simpler terms, I don't want to be taken over by AI. Because let's face it, AI, in some fashion, will be taking over. After high school, I went to college and got my degree after 5 years in biology. Shortly after, I landed a job as a specimen processor. I communicated with the project management team about turnaround times, timelines. I created charts and diagrams using Excel, and I just did a whole bunch of data entry. I did get promoted to a project coordinator and to a project manager. I did everything that a specimen processor did, except for actually seeing the specimen. I spoke to the sponsors, and that's about it. Just thinking about it, all that work that I did, that I worked to get a degree on, could be done with a computer. All that could be outsourced to AI, and it will be able to do it faster and more efficiently. The next topic I want to go over is AI agents. All AI agents are AIs that are built to do specific roles. For example, you can have an AI agent that is specific to real estate. This agent will be able to enter the MLS, look up a home for you or several homes, gather a whole bunch of data, present it to you, and then it can even go a step further to negotiate a price for you with either a human or another AI agent. And let's say that this AI agent that represents you speaks to another AI agent and they're negotiating a price of a home. There's going to be no emotion in that transaction. Everything's going to be data driven. If you think about it, that's what we want, right? We're working on to get more data to have better answers. So electrical work or any trade, that's not going to be taken over by AI. I don't see robots, efficient robots yet, unless the satanic elite decides to ship them out like in a year or so. But I think we're far from having robots with dexterity, because you need some sort of dexterity when working with the trades or being an electrician. Let's move on to the next reason. Reason number 2, I want a hands-on skill I could use for life. Now, there was a time where I went to an open house. I went into this open house with all the information that I could gather, the price of the home. It was a home to rent. So I knew the comps around the home. I knew how much it was renting before. But the thing was, I didn't really know what else to look for, or I did not know professionally what to look out for. I would look at the outlets. I would see if they're old or if they're new. I would look at the electrical panel to see if there's 10 amps, 15 amps, 20 amps. But the thing was, I didn't really know what I was doing. And the thing about the trades is you're going to be exposed to a whole bunch of other trades. So being an electrician, I'll be exposed to HVAC, or I'm going to be exposed to carpentry. I will be able to learn from those people, and learning from those people will make me confident to maintain my own home. I'll be able to fix things and upgrade things all by myself, all on my own. So really, I just want a skill that I could use beyond my work life. So let's move on to reason number 3. Reason number 3 is personal. It's personal to me. And that is, I want to provide for my family and build a strong household. I imagine the trades as me working and my wife staying back with the kids. And right now, my wife makes a lot of money. She is the breadwinner. She's the one making the dough. But we're going to have kids soon, and we both agreed that she should stay home. She wants that. She wants me to find a career, a stable career that will be able to provide for the family. And that is what an electrician will bring. I believe that is what an electrician will bring. And, it's not that she stays home and handles everything alone, okay? We're still going to be a team. We're still going to share the responsibilities with the household, with the finances, and with the kids, all right? I don't want to offend anybody out there who are like, ooh, women, strong, independent women. I get you. I feel you, but this is my opinion. So those were my top 3 reasons why I want to be an electrician. And in reality, you could use my reasons for any trade. It doesn't matter. And I do want to go over a couple things. Number 1, I wish I knew about the trades right after high school. I grew up in a military family. My dad served 30 years in the Air Force, made Chief Master Sergeant, E9. We moved all over the place from Japan, Guam, Italy, and Germany. And I graduated high school overseas in Germany. And after high school, after graduating, I had 2 choices. Either join the military or go to California and go to college. And a step further for college was I got pushed into the medical field, into science, biology, mainly because, that stereotype. I had to fulfill that stereotype. I thought I was going to become a nurse after I graduated college. Little did I know I would wear many hats and then eventually choose to join the trades and figure out that the trades was a much better option. But I don't have a crystal ball. I couldn't have figured that out. And really, this is all by God's design. Circling back, I wish I knew about this when I graduated high school. Another thing I want to talk about is everything that I learned in college. I'm not using it now. All the countless hours that I studied, all the reports that I wrote, I'm not using any of that now. And everything that I learned, I believe I could have learned it by just watching YouTube videos. I did not have to pay a lot of money to go into college. But the thing is, I thank my dad because they didn't have to pay for college. I think they only paid for my last year because I did stay 1 more year, but everything was paid for because of the military. So for the people who are spending lots of money, copious amounts of money for college, just think about it. Think about the trades before you get into debt, because you will get into a lot of debt when you go to school. Also, on this point, everything practical that you will need to know in your adult life, you won't learn in college, like doing your taxes, properly washing your car, hanging up a flat screen TV. You won't learn any of that in college. You know what I learned in college? I learned how to drink well and hold my liquor. And I had organization skills and I was very neat when I did things. But I mean, I think innately I was already that person. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you learned something from it. A little bit about me. I did interview for 332 and 617. I am ranked for 332. I am ranked between 150 to 200. Not the best rank, but I'm completely new to this and I'm glad that I went through the process. For 617, I interviewed and I'm waiting for the score. The scores will come out hopefully mid-March. And dependent on my score, after that time, I will be looking for non-union electrical work. So stay tuned for that, guys. This is the journey to become a journeyman electrician. I am not some professional who's telling you what to do. Okay, I don't want you to get that idea. I am just some guy documenting myself becoming a journeyman electrician, hopefully becoming a journeyman electrician, and I play video games on YouTube. So that's about it, guys. Check out my other videos. I did create an aptitude test that you could use as a study reference, as well as I did document my experiences with 332 and 617. with the questions that they asked. And also, I do provide questions that may come up during the interview. I do recommend that when you interview, you find somebody that will ask the questions for you, and then you answer them using the STAR method. Please, please, please do not practice the interview by yourself. You need to practice with somebody. Anyway, Marky it baby out. Bye.